Hi all, in the previous video we have seen how to handle missing values when they are none. We have used two methods, drop NA and fill NA, to handle missing values. In the first method we dropped the row which had the missing value, and in the second method we filled mean values to the missing values. Today in this lecture we are going to deal with handling missing values when they are not none. In real world scenario, there are many a times data set contains missing values which are in the form of question marks, in the form of dash, or in the form of missing itself. So in order to deal with such a scenario, in this video we are going to see a four-step method to deal with missing values when they are not null. So let's start off by importing the required library. Import numpy as np and import pandas as pd. Now we are going to import our dataset. Df is equals to pd dot read underscore csv cars dot csv. I have taken the cars dataset. Make sure that you put double slashes, otherwise your code will encounter an error. Now let's check the head of this data frame. We see that there are question marks given in the place of normalized losses. Now, if you check df.info, you will come to know that normalized losses, which are a numeric data type, is coming as object data type in this data set. So, we have missing values in this data set. But if you do df dot is na dot sum, we see that dot sum we see that there are no missing values. So the missing values in this data set is not in the form of any, but it is in the form of question marks. For that, we can check df normalized losses dot value underscore count. We see that there are 41 missing values, which is termed as question mark. Now, to deal with this kind of scenario wherein any is not getting caught, missing values are not getting caught, we have a four-step methodology. First step, so let's try the step one. Step one is to replace the missing value with null. So in our case, what do? We do df normalized losses. We know that normalized losses has missing values. Normalized losses dot replace. What are we replacing? We are replacing question mark with np dot null. In order to make these changes permanent, we write in place equals true. If we do not write in place equals true, there won't be any changes to the data frame. Now let's run this. That's the first step. Next step is step 2 is, now we have seen that normalized losses are of the object data type. Now we have to convert that object into a float data type. So we have to change the data type. So how do we change the data type? We write df normalized losses dot as type and as type float. We pass float to it. But we see that there is no parameter of in place in as type. So in order for permanent changes, we will make the column itself into float by putting the name of the column. BF normalized losses equals BF normalized losses as type float. We'll run this, and the next step is step 3 is to get the mean. Get the mean. So TF, we will say that, let's say, normalized losses NL mean equals TF normalized losses dot mean. Now the fourth step is to replace the missing values by this mean. The fourth step, we will use the fill any method to fill the missing values with the mean. Use fill any method. NL mean or a DF normalized losses dot fill NA NL mean comma in place equals true. We have to write in place equals true in order to make the changes permanent. Now if we check the data frame DF, we see that the normalized losses which had question marks previously is replaced by the mean of the normalized losses. In this way, we can handle errors or we can handle missing values in using the four-step methodology.